Guys, we have some really bad news today. I just came out here to feed my chameleon, and as you can see, there's no chameleon in here. Well, actually guys, this cage has been empty for a little bit, but this cage over here is the one that had the chameleon in it. We catch chameleons down here in South Florida, and well, they are just gorgeous, and you're allowed to actually keep them. So I've set up tanks for them, and you guys have seen it. This tank here is obviously empty because I was looking for him, tearing the tank apart to try and find him. And well, with the last fake plants in there, I haven't seen him, but I did discover something else. On the back side of the cage here is a massive hole in the screen mesh, a hole over here, and also a hole over here. At first glance, you might think, well, maybe the chameleon got out of the hole, but if that was the case, I think he would have just started with one hole and dug it out and made it bigger and then gotten out of it. So there should only be one hole. I think what has happened here is actually that a predator has gotten into here, broken into the cage, and taken my chameleon out. I've never experienced anything like this in keeping my animals, but I think I know what we have to do so that my other animals don't get hurt. The first thing that comes to mind with this are cats. There's a lot of cats out here, and I know they spend time on this side yard. We also have raccoons and possums. Those three could all have smelt that chameleon in there, broken through the cage with their claws and their little hands, and gotten my chameleon out. And what is the purpose for getting the chameleon out? Well, the purpose would be to eat him, and that I just cannot have happen anymore. So what we're gonna have to do today, guys, in order to get rid of this predator and solve this problem is we are going to have to set this live animal trap on my side yard and see if we are able to catch whatever it is that has done this. In order to set this trap, we are going to need some bait, guys. So I have some of my dog and cat treats right here. Basically any mammal, anything that eats meat, which is clearly what this predator was after. If you guys want this for your dogs and cats, head over to livepositively.com. It's my website down in the link below. But we are gonna take some of these treats right here, these salmon fillets, and I think they're gonna be the perfect bait for our trap. We've got the trap open. Now how this works, if you guys haven't seen it before, is the animal will come into here sniffing the bait that we have at the back, and once it triggers that plate right there and steps on it, this door will come down and the animal will be trapped. I have this little Tupperware lid to stick these pieces on and slide them into the back of the trap. This way they won't fall through the bottom in this grate because these holes are a little bit big. Just like that. And now our trap is set and ready to be placed back there. Now this predator is probably all through my back and front yard, but because the scene where the incident happened was on my side yard, I am going to be putting the trap there. Usually when one of these predators finds food, they'll come back to that area in search of the same meal, because obviously if he was happy with his meal last night, then maybe this area will bring him another meal tonight. Notice how I'm saying nighttime. A lot of these predators are nocturnal and hunt and look for food at night. Yesterday when I came out here, my chameleon was totally fine and the cage was perfectly intact. So I don't know what did this, but hopefully tonight we're able to catch this predator. I'm going to leave the trap here with our bait and also have these cages just as they were, as to not disturb the area too much. I really don't know how this animal is getting back into this enclosed area, probably climbing over the fences, using the trees, who knows, but we are gonna check that tomorrow morning and see if we catch anything. Guys, I just heard something outside of my room. It's super dark out here. We're gonna have to wait, but I think we've caught it. Let's see what we have caught. Oh my gosh. I do not believe what we have here, guys. Look at this. This is a far worse predator than I could have ever imagined. I don't know if he's gonna go crazy right now. He probably will puff up, might start hissing a little bit. You can see he's backing up, trying to make himself look bigger because he's in a position where he can't get away. Guys, this is terrible. If you guys don't know what this is, this type of lizard right here is an Argentine black and white tegu. Now, it may look nice from here, but if I was to even stick my finger through here, I could potentially have some really bad damage. He looks about the same size as this hole that we have right back here. Now, these lizards do not belong here. These lizards are from South America, and well, they are taking over our ecosystem here in South Florida. This isn't even a big one. I did not really expect the trap to work just last night, but in one sitting we have caught our predator. Now, what we're gonna have to do with this guy is I have some gloves over here, and we are gonna have to get him out. I've reached down in here and I've got him. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Look at that. He's going all crazy. We do not want a bite from this guy. Hey, easy. Look at his big mouth. And in there, you can't really see him so well, but there are some gnarly teeth inside of there. Let's get you in a comfortable position. It's okay. It's okay. Woohoo! He's very strong. Look at him. He's trying to get me. He's trying to get me, saying, please let me go. I've got better things to do. Well, mister, I think you ate my chameleon, who's also an invasive species, and both you guys don't belong here. Just take another look at that mouth there. If your hand was caught in there, that would be terrible. So these gloves helped us out today, but we've got him here at the bare hands now. Just a gorgeous pattern on him. He's a little thin, a little bit thin looking, but look at this picture right here. This is how big they can get. They can also be in different colors. There's a red tegu, there's blue tegus, but they're kind of like a whitish blue. They're not like royal blue or anything like that. These guys have been popular in the pet trade like other species. Hey, it's okay. And that is how they got here and established South Florida as their home. And as you can see, we're dealing with them here on my side yard. That is a major problem. Growing up, I used to have these as a pet, but now they're banned by Florida Fish and Wildlife, our wildlife service here in Florida. We cannot keep these, just like the Burmese pythons that you guys have seen me catch on the channel. I think this is our first tegu capture on the channel. I'm not exactly sure. I think he snuck right in through there. As long as he can get his head through, the rest of his body can get through. I think he crawled through that back hole, got a hold of my chameleon, had himself a meal, and then was not able to figure out where he came in from, so he went out the bottom hole here. Just like the pythons, iguanas, feral cats, all of these invasive species, they all have one thing in common, and that is being put in a bad situation by humans who originally owned them. These guys got loose and were able to start a population here in South Florida, and now they are taking over our Everglades, which is one of the most amazing ecosystems in the world, so unique, and these guys are tearing it all up, eating anything they can find. Again, he might not look so mean, but once he opens that mouth, basically anything that he can fit in there will be taken down. So guys, unfortunately with this animal right here, it's not my decision in what we have to do with him. By law, he will need to be euthanized and cannot be let back go into the wild, obviously, for reasons like we've experienced here. So I am going to have to take care of this guy, but you guys, Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it, as you can with all of my videos. I really don't like doing this with the pythons and the other invasive species we catch, that legally we have to do this if we want to take care of our environment, but it's for a better cause. It's for our native wildlife that we have here that already, because of us humans, are in a critical condition in the wild. Please check out more videos on the channel if you did enjoy this, and I will see all of you guys in the next adventure. Peace.